All right. I'm recording this video to all yous out there who are struggling with finding jobs. And I know it's easy to just get a job, but what I'm seeing online, you're probably seeing the same thing, is make money online, do this, do this, do this, do this. And what irks me is a lot of you out there just need a living income. And I know that, even as even an extra $100 a week, $50 a week is not a living income, but it's a start. The goal is to get the ball rolling and get your confidence up and find your place of what you do. Now, I'm guessing you're around about my age, about 50, and you're applying for jobs and there's nothing going on, but you have good skills and you've done a lot of good things. The only reason that things changed is because businesses are changing. Now, my little business is AI for independence, right? And so the goal is to help people with AI and stuff like this. But I'm not doing that here with you specifically. What my goal here with you is to help you understand whether there's a choice for you to do something different. And I know that this is going to feel uncomfortable somewhat, but my method, and I've taught a few people to do it now, and they've got successful little businesses and they're working well. So most of the stuff you see online is come up with an idea, then you've got to form the idea, and you've got to do this, and then you've got to do this, and then you. All I'm going to show you now is the software, the actual infrastructure, the actual stuff you need, and the reasons I've chosen it this way, and I've taught people this way. I'm trying, and I am reducing the problems you have with software, because software is the pain in the ass. And you are probably a person like myself who just like working with your hands. You go out there, you can do the job well, but you're not very computer savvy. And the from my experience helping others do this, we found that the setup here is once you got it going, you can probably do the invoicing in 15 minutes at the end of the week, right? It's not hard, but I can't give you the full detail, but I'm going to give you a thing of whether you want to give it a go or not. Couple of key points. As you can see on screen now, it says apply for an NBN, right? ABN, sorry. An ABN is Australian business number. Okay. Now, if you're on one of these government supports, you want to find out whether you can do this. Because I remember years ago, I had one and it just been sitting there for like 20 years. And then when I went to get help with the government, they were like, oh, you've got an open business and da 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 da. And it was quite a pain in the bum. So don't jump into this, find out for yourself. But I'm showing you the easy way to have a business that's reasonably professional enough that people trust you enough, because it's all about trust. The reason you do certificates and things because people trust that you know the skills. Okay, so and if you haven't got trust, you have to build trust so people will hire you. Now, you probably know a few people around that you could do stuff for. Like, it doesn't matter much, but you got to start somewhere to get. And starting somewhere means that you can build them and they're happy to and give you some money, right? So this is just a tool to do that, the online tool. And the goal is too that you have um, your it's legitimate, it's banked. If you need to pay, if you're going to pay tax, you pay tax. It's all going through the systems, and you don't need to change it later. The order I'm doing these things in, as you can probably see across the top, is because you do this one first, and then when you do the next one will allow you to do the next one, which will connect to the next one, and then you've got your ordering system and how you're doing the work. Now, this is really for if you're, what would you do? Let's say you walk down the street and you see a lot of yards with weeds in it or something like this, and you go, well, actually, I'm doing nothing in the morning for an hour. I'm gonna swap that hour of time for some money. I'm going to offer them to do their weeds for an hour. And you've seen the videos on YouTube where someone goes and mows someone's lawn or something like this. All that stuff is all your ideas. Whatever you find is easier. Just do something you can do consistently, and you can do it reasonably well. Jobs that people hate, right? You know what I mean? Cleaning bathrooms. If you just can clean a bathroom well and that's what you want to do and you charge people 20, $50 to do it or whatever it is, you work out the price. It's not for me to tell. It's actually your idea, but you need the way to bill it and everyone feels comfortable that you're honest and legitimate. So firstly, applying for an ABN. I'm not going to do any company stuff. This is just a sole trader. And the reason it's sole trading, because you probably just need to get started. And the other thing with this is all the stuff here you can cancel within a month. You pay per month or whatever it is. So it's not like a big hassle. All right. So let's just have a look at it a little bit. What here we're going to do is just apply for an ABN. This is just using your first and last name. And you're just going to follow these, you know, before starting ABN, privacy, do you agree with the privacy? I agree to be true and correct the information. Okay. And then you're just going to follow this all through. Does that make sense? You're going to do a sole trader and da 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 da. Speak to your accountant. This is just starting at if you're really having trouble getting a job and you want to sort of get in the market and do something, you just want to start somewhere. You're not going to be this superhero that you're going to be able to do all these other things, but you're just going to start somewhere. Okay. Now, go through this with your account, go through this with your family, whatever you want to do, but you're going to just get an ABN under your full name. That's it. Sole trader thing done, right? Later on, you can become a company, become a super company, and you can take over the world. Fantastic. I'm not doing that today. I'm just getting you started. All right. So you got a skill, you like sweeping, and you just want to sweep driveways, or you just want to get rid of weeds, or you just want to do something. You want to do something. You want to just. It's not going to be amazing. You just want to do something. You could just, help people with printing stuff. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Just do something. All right. Now, second point, you need to have a professional email address. So just start on, keep it simple. Start on the real bottom one, and put your name in here. Okay, business name, just you, Australia, right? Just follow it through. Put your current email address in. Now, the reason you're doing this instead of using an Outlook account, a Hotmail account, a Gmail account, is because when you deal with more businesses and more people, they'll have a sense of trust. We're trying to get that you're willing to put the money down to look good and have a nice little professional email address that people can remember instead of just a personal account. It just gives you that little bit of shine. We have tried it with Gmail accounts and it is possible. It's just ugly. It's just, if someone comes across looking more professional, they're going to take that person on. All right. So just do that. Okay. Follow this through and it's going to ask you what domain you want. If you want to go Bob's Driveway Sweeping.com, just press yes and take the Bob's Driveway Sweeping. If you want to do, cleaning bathrooms, hygiene bathrooms.com, whatever. Just get a professional email address that's really simple to say, simple to spell, and simple to use, right? And you're just going to use your first, then it's going to ask you for the email address you want. You're going to your first name, Alan or Bob, at, the happydriveways.com or whatever you're doing, okay? Follow it through. It'll take you through and it will, as soon as you finish this and made the payment, it'll happen immediately, all right? You'll be in there so quick. Now, the other thing is you're going to need a payment. Now, I understand that you probably don't want to use your credit cards online. All right, I get that. I see a lot of fear in a lot of my coaching that people don't want to use their credit cards online. Totally get it. So what I'm suggesting here is this. I signed up for this the other day and sign up, and I found because I had that, I've created the email address. I could press here to sign in. and it put all the details in, and it asks you for a couple more things. So this is why I'm doing it in a certain order. This saves you having to type create all the time. All right. Once you're signed in here, you sign up. It'll ask you for are you okay to sign in with your Gmail account? Because once you've done this, you'll have a professional email account to use. Then you'll sign in here with your professional email account, and it'll start creating an account. It will ask you for photo ID. What that does is when you have, it's basically a bank account. It's regulated with the Australian securities and stuff like this. Okay, they got support, but at the end of the day, you can transfer money into that, and this is totally separate from your personal banking. Does that make sense? This is a layer of separation. You're not putting your credit card details into here. You're making an account, and this account, when I did it about 2 months ago, it's set up absolutely immediately. Add account number, account details, Visa card number, da 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 da. All right. So you can transfer money into it. So your personal account, you would transfer money into this, then pay for the Google sign up or something like that, or then pay for the rest of it. So as you can see so you got the email address happening, you got an account happening. Then what you need to do is you need to be able to, with this, once this is created, then you got a calendar system. So say you want to, I'm booking to sweep a driveway on Wednesday. It's going to take me about an hour because I'm going to do a good job, and I'm going to Jamie driveway, and then I'll put in that. I'll move my head here. Might open it up. More options. And then I'm going to put where the driveway is so I know how long it takes me to get there. And I'm going to actually invite the person who owns the driveway to it. Okay. The reason I'm doing that is they will get the appointment. They'll get the appointment on their calendar as well. Why is that important? You will spend a lot of time rocking up to people's houses who can't remember you were coming. And this pops up on their phone. So it's going to stop you from having lost appointments, lost money from going out there. And then what you can do, now you've got the appointment. So you've walked down the street, you've seen a dirty driveway, you said, oh, look, I charge you $50, $20, whatever you can to do your driveway. Or how much is it worth to you to do your driveway, right? Most times you're just working out how to get something coming in. And this is where, they come up with all these ideas online. You can do this app, you can do this. It's valid. But if you haven't got the skills to do it, don't worry about it. Just make something and get yourself off the government systems as much as you can. So say you got another one at this one, okay, you got another one here, you just create appointments. Okay, you got 4 in a day. Look, it's not going to be super hard. You do some tomorrow, next day, okay? What I'm suggesting is that you just create your flow. And the reason you're going to put the address in for the driveways and one in there. So when you go to do the driveway again next week, you can open it up. You go, okay, you want to see me next week? Okay, let's find a time. So this is this week. So I'll come back and see you on Thursday. How's that? No worries. Okay. So the same thing gets sent out. And so if I go to Thursday next week, bang, and the address is in there and stuff like that. And it's sent to the same person. You need to have, this is the simplest and lowest structure you can do. Yes, you can do it in Microsoft. Yes, you can do it in Outlook. Yes, you can do it here. Just found that because this sets up so quickly, you can do this straight away. You've got some sort of calendar system that you can go. And you can look at it and go, well, am I free in the afternoon? Yeah, sure, I'm free in the afternoon. You can put another appointment in there. Okay, it's just easy to see. And if you have an Apple phone, you can load the Google Calendar app and it looks the same. You don't have to learn twice. All right. So yeah, you got the calendar app, right? Okay. So that being said, we've got a way to receive money. We've got an email system. That's what it looks like there. We've got an email system. We've got a calendar system for bookings. Okay. Now we need to send an invoice. Okay. What you're going to do here, because you've got a banking um, account number and that, and you've got an email address, you can sign up for this now. I can't log in, but I'll show you sign up. Sign up for free. All right. Blah blah blah. Sign. Do your phone number. Read the terms of this. Next, confirm. Start your 30-day free trial. All right. So what you're effectively doing is this is probably going to cost you what, $20 a month or something like that. So $20 a month there. You've got $10 a month here or whatever it is. What's it here? $20, say. $20 plus $20 or $50 or whatever it is. And then you got that. That's per month. So what you do is you go, okay, well that's $20. I can do a bit longer. That makes it $40. Okay. So you work. The goal is you just need somewhere to put the appointments in that you trust that's within your control, so you can do the appointments. I found this works really easily because everyone else is trying. They'll send a message, but they lose where the message is. Is it in my email? Is it in my WhatsApp? Is it in my messages? Is it in my chats? Is it in my messenger? You know what I mean? Like, just if there's an appointment there, just be there on time. Because the first thing most people say is, "Oh, they don't rock up on time." So just be on time. That's all. That's why you put it in the calendar. So you don't forget it. You just like, oh, pops up on your phone. The app on the phone looks exactly like this, so you're not getting confused with having two different methods. And it can link through to the Apple calendar if you want to, or the Samsung calendar. My thing is just load the apps in. Go load the Google app, load the calendar app, load the Gmail app, load the Xero app, and just put them in a little folder on your phone. So that's your little business. That's your. You got to go to appointments. So the other way to go is you keep applying for jobs. And they tell you have to write all this stuff, or they have to do this, and you have to do this, and you have to do this, and you have to do all these KPIs, and you still got no job security. Right? Okay. Say Jamie's driveway here. It's not guaranteed forever. But if I'm doing a good job and Jamie's like, you know what, can you come do it once a month, or can you come do the weeding as well? And you make a relationship. And he's like, well, you know what? Actually, I don't mind having someone help me out around the place. So um, I know that a lot of you want to have back of house jobs and like accounting, but the AI coming in is going to take all the accounting stuff away because it's all mathematics. The AI is going to come in and take a lot of back of house jobs out. I'm just hoping that you understand me enough to go, actually, you can do the back of house stuff at someone's place and help people individually and create your own little market, because you're the only way you're going to save yourself. You trust yourself enough to just go, well, okay, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to places and do the dishes. Or I'm just going to go and I'll get rid of ants, or look, yes, there's licenses and you have to have, controls and stuff like that. But I've seen cleaners that just do vinegar and bicarb soda. That's how they do the whole cleaning. Like, they don't have all these extra chemicals, So reduces your risk. But the other thing you need to do is you need to get some insurance. We found these guys as easy as anyone to do things with. They've been fantastic. Do your occupation. Just follow the quote process. Okay. I want to do housekeeping, or I want to do gardening, or blah blah blah. What you're going to do is you're going to fill out the best you can. They'll call you, and they'll call you to discuss what you're doing, and then try and get it right. So my recommendation is just follow it. Just follow it and get your insurance and cover your ass. And that's probably going to be what you're probably going to pay, like $50, $30, $50 a month, or whatever. You need public liability and professional indemnity just in case you screw up. Here's some trades: allied health professionals, bookkeepers, da 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 da. Your only goal is to be ahead. Even if you're working now and you think, oh look, my job's secure forever, and you go, well, actually, I could do a bit of pot planting on the weekends for someone for an hour or two. I don't mind doing that. Help someone else have a herb garden. So be it. But just if you can see what I'm saying, or it's clicking over in your mind that you're better off having control of your own customers and income the way you want to do it. You're probably not going to make it, like a lot of money in the beginning. Like your first few months, you're going to be like, oh, where is everyone? Where is everyone? And then bang, one person you help amazingly well, you pay it forward, you do a heap of work for them, we'll hand you a few other people. They'll be a member of some sort of group or something like that. Or you didn't know that they were just like, there's so many people going through trauma that you could help that they're trying to get through things. They just need someone to go, hey, I'll give you a hand. It's going to be all right. And you'll do an amazing job and you'll change their life. And it's just a lot more rewarding than just going, applying for a job, talking to HR, talking to an AI robot, going through the applicant tracking system to try and get your resume sorted, to then go in to find out that you're in the job and they made a job redundant because AI's come in. And just all I'm suggesting is create your own path. And I've done it for about 6 or 7 people, and they're doing fine. They're actually doing fine. So um, the biggest problem now, you've got the infrastructure stuff. You got this. It's attached to a different, not your banking, and it's attached to. Once you've done that, now you can start doing something. You can sell books through there. You could do whatever, right? But you just needed to know how to do the software and look reasonably professional. Okay, you're going to use your name for the ABN. Great. You can create whatever business name on the email addresses you want, like, I do potplants.com or something like this. Whatever you think you're doing, just do it. You know, I hope this helps. I'm sure you, as well as me, are sick of seeing, you know, we just need some living income. You just need something more than what you got. It's just you're going to become super wealthy. I don't know. Maybe you come up with a great idea. You get out there and you're doing pot plants, and you realise that everyone needs a self-watering system for their pot plants when they're going on holiday. So you start going, okay, well, I'm going to sell them. But you got a method, and you got software now, and so I hope it helps. I really do. Um, Look, this you sit down and do this software and just sign up and do these things. Usually we found the ABN the one that takes the longest because I've come up with something like you had one before or something. But anyway, it's not too hard. Doing this is pretty straightforward. Just click away, get your Zero going, connect your Zero to your bank account and your Zero to your email address, and then it will all be in one. As you can see on this one browser, I'm even signed in here just so I can do everything together. So when I log in, it's my little business in my little, encapsulation of what I'm doing. So I hope this helps. I hope. I know you're probably thinking it's too hard. Just how do I get customers and stuff like that? That's the biggest issue. Is maybe someone needs help. Just do something to get started. Do something cheap. You pay it forward to them, and they might pay it forward, putting you forward to other people. I've experienced that, and it works pretty well. But there's no guarantee about finding people. But the other thing is, you can turn this all off within the month. The ABN will stand there, and you can cancel that. The Google Gmail workspace, you can cancel that in a month. The insurance is month by month, and Zero's month by month. So the biggest risk is, right, that you don't walk down the street and put a thing in people's letterboxes, print things off and do it in a letterbox and see what comes out of it. I don't know. Hopefully it works for you. I'm just hope that it's just different than what you've seen online there. Anyway, that is my little piece. If you need help, you can probably contact me. I am around. There's my email address there. Computersrepairs.net. Alan, there you go. You can email me that if you see this video. That's one of my email addresses. All right. I wish you all the best. I know this is not the perfect information, but this is the way I've been helping others do it because at least I know it's online. They're not getting stuck in other software problems. Thanks. Bye.